I look at this composition, Rafa, and I see a bottom lane that really might just come down to whether or not On is going to be able to push their opponents in the laning phase. You have Azir versus Ziggs, which should go in favor of Scout.
Man, with Shadow leading the charge. Shun might be able to at least grab this blue buff from Shadow before he gets there in time. Scout's recall is stopped here. He's forced to flash. The Permafrost Sun comes in from Shadow as he just might try and solo out Scout here. Does he have the satchel charge over the wall? Please, no! It's first blood for Shadow, and JDG lose out on their mid laner at 3.5 minutes.
Moderators, that counts. That counts as Scout getting caught out.
So channeled here. Doesn't look like it will be the case, as Shadow would have liked to have made something happen, but now it might be Shun's turn to create some impact on the map. Xiaoshu and Bin battling to the death. As Bin is able to flash over the Shistal's impact, Xiaoshu forced to flash away as well, but now it's a sitting Croc. And he's got nowhere else to go. Good push by Xiaoshu with the W, and that is a revenge kill for JDG.
They may be going to be focusing on this dragon after they're able to get their bot lane to reset.
Despite all that, the funny thing is that Scout is still ahead of Knight in CS. But now Shadow might make this dive happen onto Pays and Wink. There are both sums for Pays. He tries to get the Blade Caller into Shadow. It might be enough. Mega Inferno Bomb over the top. Pays is burned out, and the Mega Inferno Bomb is just a little too late. The snare from On walks down Wink, and that's the Fate of Warfare secured for BLG.
And it is a plate now here for Knight. So the big carries for BLG, and Knight and Elk are getting a lot of gold for themselves and opening up a big lead.
Oh, whoa,
there goes On.
Oh, okay. Well, On first hoodwink JDG, and then JDG hoodwinks On, so
for all intents and purposes, he thinks that Bin or that Shun could be in the area, and now no mid priority means that Shun gets invaded.
Yep, and Shun doesn't have flash from the fight before on the bottom side of the map, so this just means that the Golden Emperor himself can swoop on in, pick himself his first kill of the game, and ensure that JDG's jungle starts to suffer. This guy was the first one to bring it back into pro significancy back in 2024. So, I'm just saying, APA would not lose lane this hard versus Scout right now.
True. So, another dive potentially being started up here. No all-out available here for Xiaoshu, but 3 grubs could be the turret.
He pushes Shadow to the side. On is trying to take up the turret as much as possible on that cannon minion form. But Xiaoshu is able to stall enough time, at least for that first wave, but now El commits with the killer instinct. Shadow takes up the last turret shot, doesn't even die. The dive is clean, and BLG extend their kill lead to 5.
That's going to be the turret. That'll be feats of strength going over to Bilibili. Upgraded boots as well. I think it plays on to Pays. Bin is really strong.
Yeah, he forced Pays to Featherstorm there. And
they can get the dragon. Wait a minute.
Shadow and Knight. Oh my god.
Give me the game. Give me the game, boys. Give me the game.
Sealed spellbook tech. Shadow able to teleport with Knight at the same time, and they make the cross map play happen. That's tempo gaming right there.
Holy hell. You look at Shun now. Shun was trying to get this dragon. They thought with the 2v2 there that they could hold down Bin, but he's 30 CS up on his lane opponent. Xiaoshu has had some action go towards his lane, and while it has helped in the 1v1, we were to stop climbing from here, and we got a little bit longer in this game. I personally would really favor JDG's comp if we just took nameplates off. I think Ziggs is incredibly powerful against what Bilibili are showing. Xiaoshu does have flash and the all-out.
Permafrost for the first stun, all out. Takes him to the other side. Dodges the Glacial Prison stun, but is still relatively slowed. But the flash from Bin should be able to guarantee the kill. And it's the Call of the Meek to the face of Xiaoshu that brings him down.
It's the inactivity here from JDG, though. Look at what else is happening. We're seeing all the gold going to the right places here for BLG. 2-0-1 for the Azir. Say goodbye to Pays.
Jeez.
Trying to farm by himself. Where are the rest of the members of JDG? They're trying to make an action on the top side.
Side of the map. I mean, Shadow's going to answer just to make sure that Bin doesn't die in a 1v3 scenario. So Shun and Scout are now forced away, and Knight is now collapsing. Shun is forced to flash over the wall, but he still has a permafrost stuck on top of him. Glacial Prison will extend the CC chain, and Shun, all he can do is just throw out the Impale, and it just goes wide anyway, since Shadow flashes back over the wall. Bin continues the fight. Knight is right there. Wink is trying to turn it around, but where's the damage coming through? Pays throws out the Featherstorm, looks for the Blade Caller next, but it's just not enough. They're too far behind, and BLG are wiping the floor with them, now looking for the last straggler in Scout, but this Yordle Rat's got nowhere else to go, and he's going to be sent back to the fountain.
This content is unsafe for unmature eyes right now. Jesus Christ, JDG. Yep. It's a full-on ace for JDG, or for BLG, and they get even more turrets here. They get to take more of the jungle camps from Jingdong.
This game is wrapped. This game is donezo. This looks like a scrim match that has gone wrong, and JDG cannot get out.
All right, so you know what this means? This means we open up the notes. We start. All right, we throw darts at a board. Okay, who on BLG do we want to talk about here, Mark?
Their second dragon of the game, taking their sweet time with the state of things, as the next few objectives should never belong to JDG or should be acquired by JDG unless a series of unfortunate events. But I don't know if Lemony Snicket could write a series of disaster worse than what JDG has experienced in the past 17 minutes of this game, Alec.
Mark, I do want to get your thoughts. It's kind of gone now because they did this lower third mabobber. I'll
drifting.
I'll hold.
Ooh.
Is this the most exciting part of the game?
Oh.
Doesn't matter.
Shadow should be tanky enough to survive this, right? The Impale is going to bring him back, but this is a Chawani.
It's mattering.
Wait a minute. Mega Inferno Bomb. Okay, wait a minute. JDG do get a decent pick. It's a shutdown going into the hands of Pays. He could have built a Locket. It would have been fine. Hell, honestly, he should just build defensive utility items after, and it'll still be fine. As JDG are about to lose another tower on the map.
The game is kind of cooked like we were talking about. It's going to be an Otacon going over to BLG. I don't even care if JDG get the objective bounty that is this turret. And guess what? Doesn't seem like they're going to get that either.
I will say what JDG are trying to do now and just expend as many resources as they can to take freestanding gold and trying to walk up and contest space. This is a Kaisa that is... Yeah.
Look at the summoner. I'm looking at the player cams right now. Bin and On are laughing their asses off while Shun and them are dancing on top.
Shun's having a good time too. You know what? Stopped by On as well, being able to catch Shun in the wall with that tangled barbs, preventing the Skarner from being able to do anything. And look at that.
Bye-bye.
Scout has been clipped by the Glacial Prison. Doesn't get a chance to flash or react to the engage coming out. Shun might be the next one on the chopping block here. Permafrost not used. The rest of BLG just taking spaces where they can. Shadow will dash back over to the safety of his team. As JDG now down to their last towers inside their base.
Man, 300 games played between Bin and On together. Obviously playing here on this BLG roster for a while, and then eventually, or previously playing on a Suning roster. Here goes On.
Two-man Pop Blossom. Shun is able to answer back with an Impale onto Shadow, but this guy is way too tanky to be brought down early. And JDG just do not have enough firepower to be able to knock down this Boar Rider.
Coming out from him, that should just be Baron. You can see that BLG are hunting right now.
No mercy in this dojo. Okay. BLG will ensure that there are no survivors. And JDG now operating down a man, trying to compete for BLG in the space of the red quadrant. And Shun gets clipped inside the wall. That's a dead Scorpion. Don't tell Captain Flowers, otherwise he's going to be sad. And BLG...
I just want to really focus on the difference that's happening in the bottom lane right now. Elk has maintained somewhere between a 3,500 to 4,000 gold lead over Pays for a large majority of this game. A few things you need to be really good about is generating resources for himself. We'll see this now. He's trying to generate no resources here for Pays.
Uh-oh. But Elk has a cleanse, thankfully, but Wing catches him with the grand entrance.
Oh my god.
Okay. Well, BLG
Caster Curse.
just lost going to be enough to offset the deficit that BLG have over the hands of JDG.
Wink is looking for a flank. I don't know. What I was trying to set up there is that, like, when you talk about CS per minute, Elk is 6th in the league overall. Gold per minute, 1st overall. Let's see if they can make it happen here, JDG.
Wink finds another grand entrance onto Knight, but a great flash into the Emperor's Divide pushes all of his foes backwards. Xiaoshu tries to pursue him through it all, just does not have enough gas to be able to actually finish off the golden left hand himself, and BLG able to bounce back from a disastrous comeback made by JDG in Game 1 to show that they are just as dominant as ever and will pick up their first win against JDG in the season of 2025.
Well, If you're a Beichuan or Wei fan, this does mean that at the very least, if it is still a BLG win, he will tie their records for game score at 10-2.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.